Alright, so for this video, we're going to slow it down a little bit. There's not going to be any gameplay today. Well, there will be a gameplay video up after this one later on, but for this video, all I wanted to do is really just give you guys a little bit of a team update. I wanted to show you where I'm at in Diamond Dynasty, show you who I'm rocking with, show you guys some stats to see which cards I like the best, maybe think about some new cards to pick up, and kind of just give you guys an idea of where I'm at and where I want to go forward in Diamond Dynasty. And down in the comments of this video, let me know, what is your overall for your team? Over there on the left side of the screen, you guys can see my team is currently rated at a 93 overall. I'm curious to see where you guys are standing as well, so feel free to let me know what rating your team is at the moment. But yeah, let's just start it off with the basics. You know, you guys have seen some gameplays, you know kind of the main starting lineup that I'm rocking with, but as far as any sort of changes I want to make, there's a couple positions I'm kind of curious with right now. First off, Craig Biggio. I absolutely loved this card when he first was in my inventory, when I first picked him up from completing that American League collection. He was so good. His bat was probably the best bat in my lineup, and that's including Mickey Mantle. The high vision and the high contact is really nice, and the fact that he can play catcher makes him really valuable. The thing is, I don't know if it's because I've started to play more on Legend because I've been rated higher in ranked seasons, or if he's just not as good, or if I don't play as good with him, but my batting average is down under 300. I still have an 851 OPS, but I don't know what it is, man. I just feel like I really haven't put it together with Biggio lately. First base is another interesting position for me. I've been trying a couple different cards. Originally, I had Pete Alonso over there. Then I started using Willie Stargell, who I still really like. And now I'm trying out this Matt Olson. Now, just to be fair, I'm only hitting 077 with him in 13 at-bats, but 13 at-bats is not nearly long enough for me to say this is time to remove him from the team. I want to get a couple more games in with Matt Olson. I want to see how he does and see if he continues to play the way he's playing, because I love his swing, and once again, it could just be the Legend difficulty effect making it harder to hit. But I mean, you go over to cards like Gary Sheffield, where I have over 100 plate appearances, and I'm still hitting 400. Granted, at the moment, Gary Sheffield is one of the best hitters in the game, probably the second best hitter in the game besides Mickey Mantle. But yeah, we'll see how it goes with Matt Olson. We'll give him a few more games and see if we decide to take him out. One dude that's been insanely surprising, one of my favorite players on my team, is Ryne Sandberg, dude. He's got a 348 average with an 1100 OPS, 8 home runs and 16 runs batted in just about 100 plate appearances. Sandberg has always looked good in every MLB The Show game, but for some reason he just never seems to make the cut for me. I don't know if it's because I have a created player over there or if there's another second baseman that I'm using, but bro, if you're not taking Sandberg at level 1 silver, I think you're missing out big time. Like, yeah, you can get some power with that Reggie Jackson card, sure, and if you need a catcher, it wouldn't be a bad idea to take that 99 Buster Posey, but honestly, man, Ryne Sandberg, his bat mixed with that diamond defense at second base, locking down a position that's not usually that strong, man, it's hard to choose against him right now for me. Of course, you guys know Mickey Mantle right now, probably the best overall card in the game. Well, not probably, he is the best overall card in the game. Best hitter in the game next to Gary Sheffield. I'm hitting 347 with him, so right now, Mickey is not disappointing whatsoever. He's going to be a staple on the team. He'll probably be on my team all year long. Switch hitter, when I get him to that prestige, he's going to have diamond defense. There's no reason to take him out. And yeah, that's kind of a look at my offense. That's kind of an update to see how I'm doing with everybody. Trout and Bellinger, I'm hitting 333. Trout, I am hitting 353. So those guys are still performing very well. Right now, for me, it's really catcher and first base, where I kind of need to find my lockdown players, because, I don't know, I'm going to keep using Biggio for a little bit, but if he starts falling off, we may have to go the creative player route or something like that. Also, on my bench, I'm currently rocking Mike Schmidt and JD Martinez to come in to face lefties. We've got Jason Giambi and Christian Yelich coming in to face righties. And then I got Joe Waddell, because he's got 85 speed and he's got some power. He's just a fun card. Jumping into the pitching here, we've got Kluber, Roy Oswalt, Nate Pearson, Shohei Ohtani, and Vida Blue. I'm going to take Vida Blue out and throw Casey Mize back in. Not a big fan of that Vida Blue card. I'll probably end up selling him again. And then for the rotation, I finally hit level 40 silver, so I got Raleigh Fingers, Dennis Eckersley, Eric Gagne, Ottavino. If you don't have this Ottavino card, you are missing out. I know you have to get Arenado in order to get him because he's the Rockies collection reward, but you absolutely need this Arenado when you can get your hands on him. He's so good. Probably, in my opinion, next to Giambi, the best individual team collection reward. I'm going to also take Amir Garrett out of here. I don't like that Amir Garrett. I'll just throw Billy Wagner back in for a third lefty. And then John Franco, Aroldis Chapman. So the bullpen pretty much the same as you've seen it. So yeah, that's the current team that I'm rocking with when I go into ranked seasons and try to put the best team on the field. That's usually the squad that I go with. But if we take a look at the XP reward path, I'm currently at level 64 silver. So coming up here, I will be getting the classics pack from the show, like 17 and 18. That'll come at level 80, and then you know, about 35 levels away from this level 99, level 1, whatever you want to call it, pack. And I think for the second pick, I'm gonna end up taking Reggie Jackson. I know I was just talking about having some catcher troubles over with Biggio, but Buster Posey doesn't really scream like I need this guy, because sure, he's gonna absolutely torch left-handed pitching, but I don't know, I don't feel like I'm that good with Buster Posey. I may end up taking him, I may take Reggie. I mean, I'm gonna get all 5 of these dudes at some point anyway, but it's hard to say for me right now because I do want to make that creative player as well. All right, Team Affinity, let me show you guys where I'm at here. So I currently have all 5 face of the franchise cards for the American League West. I've got Ohtani, I got Matt Olson, as you guys saw, I got Kyle Seager, I got Joey Gallo, obviously, and then I did get Correa. The only guy you haven't seen gameplay with is Seager, and that's because I just haven't used him. And I do want to get all 30 face of the franchise cards. I think I have 10 right now. The other ones I have that aren't from the American League West, I have Charlie Blackmon, I have Justin Turner, I have Fernando Tatis Jr., I have Juan Soto, and I have Gleyber Torres. I think those are the 10 that I have currently. But I think from here on out, I'm just going to go divisions at a time. So I'm going to try to knock out the National League West, then probably the National League Central, then the American League Central, the East, so on and so forth. But I do plan on getting all 30 of those face of the franchise cards because, as you guys know, if you hit the Team Affinity, if you go over to the right, they're going to be adding more stuff to Team Affinity. It says Stage 2 coming in the spring. We're in the spring. I can't imagine they wait until mid-May to bring this out. I would say closer to maybe late April we start to see the rest of these Team Affinities. So I kind of want to work on getting all 30 of these cards, and hopefully I can do that sooner rather than later. And by the way, I do think Showdown is still the best way to go as far as getting your Team Affinities done. Don't worry about skipping to the end. Just play through the Showdown, beat those moments, beat the mini-boss, maybe just skip after the end of the first mini-boss or before the second one. But I do think Showdown still is the best way to go because Showdown also gives you quite a bit of XP as well, which is nice. Some of the other things I still want to do here, I still need to do all of these created player moments because if you actually look how much XP you're getting. 4,500, 5,800, 4,100, 5,700, 4,950, 4,600, 5,800, 5,200, 3,300. You add all of those up. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm going to look dumb if I do. That's quite a bit of XP that is just literally sitting in these created player moments, and all you have to do is just play them, and they're usually pretty quick, like creative player catcher, tally 2 hits, don't hit into a double play with Will Smith, tally 1 RBI with Salvi, get an extra base hit with Kurt Suzuki. Like, they're not very hard. They're usually pretty quick moments. Team Affinity moments also give you quite a bit of XP as well when you go through the entire thing. I mean, 12,000 XP is just sitting there. So I do want to go ahead and get these moments done at some point. Another big part of Diamond Dynasty that I really haven't even touched is Conquest. I've done the Tim Tebow map, I've done the first inning map, but really I haven't even touched the Willie Mays map since I made that Conquest tips video, and I don't really have any interest in doing so. I know there's a lot of packs and stubs that are going to come along with this Conquest, but at the end of the day, man, I genuinely just don't care about doing this grind. I just have no interest in it. We're going to get a better Willie Mays at some point in the year. You can still get that Frank Thomas from in here somewhere. Where is he? Yeah, we'll get a better Frank Thomas. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like I don't really care about doing this right now. Maybe I'll do it over time. Maybe I'll do like a Conquest day or a Conquest game per day. I'll get it done in a month or something like that, but I don't care. We're also going to be getting the second inning program coming out, I believe, on the 10th. So we are going to get 3 new bosses, so that should be pretty exciting to see. Maybe one of those 3 bosses will be a guy that, you know, might have a spot on my squad. I mean, Roy Oswalt's still in my starting rotation, so we'll have to wait and see. And then as far as cards that are currently on the market, there's not a ton that I'm super interested in trying. This Jim Edmonds actually is kind of interesting. I was talking to Gunsky about him, and the thing about this Jim Edmonds card, he has that first base secondary, and Gunsky and I are both trying to figure out who our guy at first base is, and you've got diamond defense over at first base with 60 speed and that 99-94 power. I don't know, Jim Edmonds could be a good one to try out. He's still a Battle Royale flawless reward, and he's 135,000 on the market. But yeah, he's one of the cards I do kind of want to try at some point. I still want to try Trevor Hoffman. I haven't really seen this card used at all this year. I think I've maybe seen him one time. I do still want to try Adley Rutschman, switch hitting catcher. That might be a fun one to do at some point. And then I'll show you guys my collections really quick right here. The starter collections, all of these are done. By the way, if you don't have any of these done, you got to get these done. They're super easy, and you get just free stubs and XP from them. So if you're not doing those, you got to do it. Live series, as you guys know, I have all those done. First inning, you guys have seen this, whatever. It's not anything crazy over here. I have a lot of these Legends and Flashbacks ones done. Faces of the franchise, as you guys can see, I still only have 10. I haven't finished the postseason one, but, you know, let's say you get Mickey Mantle, or let's say you get Roy Oswalt and you're locking him in or whatever. Make sure you guys collect him over in this tab as well, because you do get free ball in as a habit packs on a lot of these, like a signature, Ryne Sandberg or Craig Biggio. You can't sell those cards anyway, so you might as well just lock them in here and get a ball in pack. Oh yeah, and I should show you guys my prestige stats. I didn't even think about doing that. Let me give you guys a little bit of an update on my prestige stuff. Yeah, player program. So Mickey Mantle, currently I am not that close. I may be a third of the way on each one of these, a little bit more into the extra base hits one, but yeah, I still have a lot of stuff to do in order to get Mickey Mantle prestige. Craig Biggio, like I said, haven't really been hitting well with him, so his stuff is kind of stalled pretty heavily. Gary Sheffield should be getting a little bit better though, because I am hitting a little bit. Actually, I'm not really very close with him at all. Okay, and then Oswalt. The problem with prestiging Oswalt is I just genuinely don't use him enough. Like, I'll get the innings are fine, but then it comes down to getting strikeouts. 113 strikeouts with Roy Oswalt is not going to be the easiest thing to do, so gonna have to get a little bit lucky with that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's kind of a look at my team right now. That's kind of what I'm working with. Obviously, I'm always looking to improve my team in some way, so if you guys have any suggestions on cards I should try, maybe for catcher or first base or something along those lines, feel free to let me know in the comments. And just in case you're unaware, I do a lot of my grinding over on my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Kooks46. The streams have been amazing lately. I appreciate all the support. Come through. I'm usually live around 5 p.m. Pacific if you guys want to see some grinding, whether I'm doing ranked seasons, showdown, custom league games, just having a good time in the game. Feel free to come hang out. But that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. There will be a gameplay video coming out later today, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.